What's up, YouTube? Um, I'm Dr. Jones, and this is Flame Nash, and we're going to be talking about the new Star Wars movie, Rise of Skywalker, and some of our general thoughts on it. So, do you have anything you'd like to start off talking about?
I definitely thought it was one of the best ones in this new trilogy, though that really isn't saying much, to be honest.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was the best of the new trilogy,
Yeah,
but it wasn't necessarily my favorite out of all. I think it's probably one of the more. I'd say it's better than Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, but other than that, I I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of it. It had some really cool parts.
yeah, it definitely had some really cool parts.
Just I don't like how they kind of ended it. I just feel like Darth Vader's sacrifice in the end of Revenge of the or Return of the Jedi is just kind of not as meaningful anymore because of the new movie. But
Yeah, especially with I guess we're gonna be talking about spoilers.
yeah, definitely spoilers.
Yeah,
If you
so
haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing watching this video. Just
um
go watch it and then come back.
yeah, so just letting everyone, all of our viewers know, there will be spoilers because I'm gonna go start talking
Yes.
about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Palpatine coming back, it's like,
Well, is that really a spoiler? Like within the first title card, they say the dead speak. Palpatine's back. Like
yeah, everyone knew he was coming back, but we're
he's in the
probably.
trailers and everything.
Yeah, I think we're gonna talk about a little bit more about Palpatine, like what we thought of him as the actual character and some plot relevant to him. So definitely, with
Yeah.
Palpatine comes back, it ruins the ending of the sixth movie.
Yeah. Anakin sacrifice, but whatever. We gotta
Yeah,
milk this franchise and make some more money off of it. I I thought he was. I mean, he was definitely the right villain to bring back because at that point they didn't really have anyone. Snoke was dead, and Kylo Ren. I don't really think he could have really carried the movie as a solo villain. So bringing back Palpatine was probably their best option.
yeah, it definitely was.
But
I just,
in doing that, they kind of also ruined the ending to the sixth one.
they definitely ruined it. I'm trying to think. Is there really any other villains they could have brought back? They explained
Uh,
what Snoke was, how he was just like this embodiment of
he's kind of just his
Palpatine,
puppet, really.
just a puppet of him.
Yeah, he had like the cloning tank. He had like tons of Snokes in a jar. Pickled Snokes. But yeah, so I guess that was kind of cool. But then it's like Palpatine came back. They didn't really explain that, but well, they did. They just used the quote from Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like,
hmm
okay, I guess that works. But whatever.
I guess going a bit further into like major details. What are some cool scenes you can think of? Because it's been like we've had like a little over 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since we've both seen it.
Yeah,
You went and saw it the day after. Yeah, you saw it on the 20th when it came out. I saw it the
yeah,
day
I saw it
after.
at like 10 o'clock at night.
I saw it fairly early in the morning on that Saturday afterwards. So it's been a little over. It's been about 2 weeks, yeah, since we've seen it.
Hmm. I
Um,
thought the oh,
yeah. So
go
just
ahead.
kind of, I was just gonna continue saying memorable moments from us.
I really liked the scene where the Emperor shoots his lightning into the sky
hmm
and freaking electrocutes all the ships. That was pretty epic. That bass drop, that was awesome. Me and my friends in the theater were looking at each other. We're like, "Dang, that is."
That's cool.
Other than that, I also liked the scene where Luke lifted the X-wing, or his X-wing, out of the ocean. I thought that was really cool. A nice nod to the what is it? Empire Strikes Back when Yoda did it.
Yeah, I think Luke even went and did it also. He did it during his training. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen all the Star Wars movies. Not a true diehard fan, like some people, and I don't rewatch them every year.
I mean, as much as our last video makes us seem like diehard fans, like, not really.
I keep up with theories occasionally.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So I think one of the scenes that comes back to me, just thinking about it, is the scene where Rey shoots lightning.
That was pretty cool.
It was. I think it definitely foreshadows the Palpatine aspect. Though, to be fair, it can be said it was foreshadowed all the way back to Episode 7. I think that's how the earlier rumors started.
Yeah. That was like, maybe J.J. Abrams is like, dang, how can we make this movie good? Geez, YouTube recommended. Yes, fan theories. Here we go. But, I'm glad that they kind of retconned that to where Rey's parents were just nobodies, and now that they were actually...
They were somebody.
Someone important. Yeah. Rey Palpatine, though. I never saw that coming. I was like, when they said that in theaters, I was like shocked. Looking at my friends, they're like, "What the frick is going on?"
So looking back on it, it's an interesting foreshadow. But now, when I first saw it, I'm like, I've seen trailers. I saw the Darth Rey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, that's gonna be interesting. I'm like, wait this entire movie to see it, because it's like has one of the cooler lightsabers in the entire thing, even no matter how impractical it is.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was cool. I'm like, and it gets a grand total of like maybe a minute of screen time. I'm like, dang it. I'm like, I wanted like Rey to become go on the dark side. Like, to be honest,
that would have been interesting.
It would have been an interesting change.
Yeah, that scene really reminded me of the part from Empire Strikes Back where Luke went into the cave and he confronted Darth Vader, but when he striked his mask or helmet, it was actually Luke on the inside. So I thought that was cool, or like a nice nod to the original.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought the lightsaber fight was cool with Kylo Ren and Rey.
Oh, 20 of them that happens? Because it happens... Oh, the one where they aren't actually there.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like the one where they're on the Death Star. Or the ruins of the Death Star.
Oh, that one. There was like
doesn't make any...
There was like 5.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not the one that was one of my favorite ones. Definitely... It was one of the most memorable because that's when Kylo finally like shifts, kind of looks good with the memory of Han.
Yeah. Okay, this is just something I thought kind of was really annoying. Like, how are there actual giant chunks of the Death Star? Like, that thing got obliterated in the 6th movie. But whatever. Like, honestly, Luke and Darth Vader probably could have just stayed up there. They didn't have to escape. Like, they would have probably been fine.
You know what? And the thing is like, you see Darth Vader's mask. It's, like, very important to Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout this entire story and everything. And then you think about it, it's like, wait. If it exploded, if it didn't fully explode and we have this planet that's basically just ruins of the Death Star, why did his mask melt so poorly? And why is it just the head?
Yeah, it's... Whatever, I don't care. I don't care. They could do what they want.
Yeah.
But I also thought it was cool when Han Solo came back as like a memory.
I really
was
hope
kind
it
of
was a memory and not a
yeah,
force
'cause that,
ghost. If it was
that
a force ghost, they're crossing all lines here.
yeah, that was kind of weird. But I thought it was cool how it was. He was confronted with the same choice he had in The Force Awakens, and instead of rejecting the light, he accepted it and um, turned to the light side to help Rey defeat the Emperor. Well, I mean, he didn't really, but
He kind of
he was there. That's another thing I didn't really like. Like I thought
their connection was clever and how they played
Yeah.
through it to the end.
I thought that okay. I thought that Rey should have, or when Kylo Ren was pushed into the chasm or whatever, I thought he should have got back out and helped Rey defeat the Emperor. Just because he was technically kind of the last Skywalker, but
Technically,
yeah,
blood.
he's
Last
Solo,
Skywalker,
right?
Yeah, technically last Skywalker by blood, since
Mhm.
Leia was a Skywalker, and Luke didn't have any children that we know of.
Yeah, unless they make another trilogy, and then he's like he has like a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been really cool if I still think it would have been cool if Kylo and Rey were cousins. I think that if Rey was an actual Skywalker, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, well, she's just Skywalker in name, right?
At the end, yeah, she's just a Skywalker by name, a Palpatine by blood.
But I guess that kind of explains why she was so powerful.
Yeah, it was. Palpatine and Darth Vader, and in turn their children, would have been the strongest. Because Palpatine has one of the strongest bonds to the Force. And Anakin was the chosen one because of his huge amount of midichlorians.
Yeah.
In his bloodstream and in his body.
Which again, it's like he was the chosen one, but yet, Emperor comes back, so I guess he did bring balance to the Force for like 30 years, but
even that, yeah, I guess to the Force.
But then that also kind of goes back to the what Luke was talking about in The Last Jedi, which I kind of thought was interesting. Was he was saying that there has to be like this balance, and there can't be light because you'll have darkness, and there can't be just darkness because there will always be light. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and that's maybe the way to actually find balance in the Force.
I think
with both.
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
And then that kind of like goes to, the ending with Rey having like the yellow lightsaber and how she has to try to find a balance between the light and darkness.
So, what I thought was interesting was, we actually talked about something similar to this last time we talked about just kind of Star Wars in general, the first couple movies. How I saw a video, with the theory that they would have created how this balance of Force is not however the Jedi thought about this, and this was their inevitable flaw, and how Palpatine thought of this balance. As there always has to be a dark side and a light side, and there can never be one or another, which then kind of sets it up as Palpatine's dead, Rey's technically a Jedi, so there's an imbalance of the Force here. Which was, funny enough, the first thing that I thought of was they created this imbalance of the Force, so it's like they could milk it for another trilogy because of this. If they really wanted to,
Yeah, I would hope they would bring in a new villain,
I actually don't want. If they're gonna do
but
another trilogy, I want it like. To be honest, I wanted a prequel. Like I want to see
yeah,
like the Old Republic and that era. To be honest, I think that would be the most interesting thing.
I think it would do well with fans too,
Because there's
considering there's a lot of fans of the Old Republic.
there's also a butt ton of content that they can take from that.
Oh yeah, just what comics and video games and
Comics, video games, stories.
books. I think.
So many stories.
Just if they were to do that, they need to have Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan. That's my only bucket list or checklist. If they can do that, then I'm pretty much set. I won't complain.
Nah, Keanu Reeves is dead by then.
Yeah.
Or to be honest, like flesh out the time period between
Oh yeah.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Or even 5 and 6. Well, 6 and 7.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of what The Mandalorian is doing, but there's still so much gap.
It's like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And The Mandalorian literally takes place 5. I think it takes place 5 years after.
Yeah. It's something like 20 to 35 years or something.
Yeah.
That's just really unexplored.
Yeah, because we see the downfall. We don't see the full downfall of the Empire at all.
Yeah.
We see the destruction of the Death Star and them all going back and celebrating, and that's the end of episode 6.
Yeah. There really isn't much in terms of TV shows or movies that I could think of that would, really fill that new gap. Because they did that with the gap between 3 and 4. They made movies like Rogue One and I think Solo, and they have the Star Wars Rebels to kind of
we don't talk
tell.
about Rebels.
Yeah,
Rebels
to kind of
should
tell
be
what went on.
canon.
Yeah. Well, they did bring back the Darksaber.
That is.
And the Mandalorians.
Yeah, that's fair. But from what I've heard, I actually haven't seen it. I still actually need to finish the Clone Wars. One anime
that's
at a time.
And they're what are they? They're bringing that back.
Yeah, I think they're bringing back the Clone Wars. That's what I've heard. Which doesn't.
I'll probably
make
watch
sense.
that. Hopefully, it's not Disney Plus exclusive.
It probably will be.
Yeah.
I just going back to episode 9. I still have one more thing I kind of want to talk about there before we can move on. And then if we want to, we can talk about the Mandalorian, or we can jump to another video for this.
We could maybe save that for another video.
Another video? Okay, cool. So one thing that I went with a friend of mine and I, we went and saw episode 9 together. And one thing he noticed was Leia. So Leia's a Jedi. Leia was being taught
Yeah.
Jedi. And she beat Luke in a sword fight.
Yeah, I noticed that too. My friend, my dad were like, "What? He just beats Luke just like that?"
Just like that.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
that.
Well, I'm kind of glad that she was a Jedi, because at least Rey got some sort of training we saw from Leia, and then her lightsaber at the end.
Also,
I think that was kind of just fan service. But
I don't think anyone ever used Luke's lightsaber except for him.
Yeah,
His
where'd
green
that
one.
go?
So, yeah, well, he died, and then it kind of disappeared because what they claim as Luke's lightsaber was originally Anakin's. It was Anakin's lightsaber that was given to Luke that was then lost on Cloud City in episode 5. which then was refound, given to Rey. Rey didn't want it. It was given to Finn. Finn didn't. It was given to Rey. They fought. It gets split in half. It gets welded back together.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hopefully this works. Let me just, yeah, all the wires and everything look about right. Yeah, let's just turn it on. Hopefully it won't blow my hand off.
Interestingly enough, I was talking to a friend about this, and back when Luke made his lightsaber, so he made his. He's like, I think it was in a book or something, but he's like, yeah. So one of the things that I don't want, like, don't tell Leia about this because it might explode. Getting the lightsaber crystals is not an easy process.
Yeah. You think? Yeah. I'm surprised that.
Which, it's real interesting because where did Rey get her yellow lightsaber?
Yeah.
So
like that's the first time we see a yellow lightsaber.
It isn't.
In at least a movie, right?
In movie, yes, in movie. But in canon, they do exist.
Yeah, I think the Temple Guards used them in the Clone Wars, and I think they were also first introduced in Knights of the Old Republic. I think one of the Jedis had a yellow lightsaber.
So, there's like no specific backstory to yellow lightsabers. They're thought, how I understand, and I watched a theory on yellow lightsabers, what their color means. So it's theorized they're an artificial crystal originally, which is where they get the yellow color from.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't make sense because Luke's is artificial but is green.
Yeah.
And then how crystals get their color in later years. Well, how they originally got their colors was back in Legends, actually, how a Jedi got their crystal originally was a specific crystal called out to them.
Yeah.
And it would be that crystal that they used. But then once that happened and then the Empire happened, it couldn't happen, so they had to create crystals.
It made it a little harder to get crystals.
So, all that crystal. So how it happened is they made it artificial, and then I believe they went to every crystal is clear until it resonates with someone standing in the Force.
Yeah, I think they had a Clone Wars episode on it.
I think that's how it is in the canon now. Is every crystal is clear,
with the exception of the red lightsaber.
So
right?
The red lightsaber is canonically an artificial crystal, but it's imbued with the dark side.
And the hatred of the user.
Which canonically makes the crystals bleed, which is why they are red.
Yeah.
Because the Kyber crystals are thought to be living creatures, and by imbuing it with the dark side of the Force, it makes them bleed, making it red.
Yeah, red.
And then the light side is they resonate with the standing in the Force, I believe, is how that works. Which interestingly, then it means yellow has it. I don't think we've gotten a specific understanding of what yellow lightsaber means.
I think from what I've heard, they're kind of like Jedi vigilantes. Like they don't work or they don't operate in the Jedi Temple. They kind of like go out to communities and stay undercover.
That's
I guess.
what I've heard also is what like yellow lightsabers typically ended up being. But then I guess their meaning could have changed over time. But yellow lightsaber, how I understood it was having an equal balance. Like this is the theory I've heard, an equal balance between dark and light within you, which then would make sense for Palpatine for Rey to have it as she fought with the dark side of the Force more.
Yeah, she kind of comes from that dark side.
She has to fight the origins. Essentially, that was brought to upon.
and that's how she finds her like balance.
Which is interestingly because in Legends, well, do you know what a yellow lightsaber was in Legends?
Not really.
So it was a purified. So given how red lightsabers were kyber crystals bleeding, if imbued for long enough with the light side of the Force, it would turn yellow. But
Yeah.
that's no longer canon because Ahsoka in Rebels wields 2 white lightsabers, and those are purified. Those are purified red lightsabers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think they were maybe Ventress's. I don't know.
I
really
don't
remember.
know, to be honest, because I haven't seen Rebels. All I know is that Ahsoka has 2 white lightsabers.
Yeah, I stopped around the first season, so I should probably try to watch it. I know a couple of my friends have recommended it to me, but
I have had everyone I talk to who's ever seen Rebels say don't do it. It's pretty bad.
okay.
So I don't know. I have plenty of other things I need to end up watching, so I'll probably eventually get around to it.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, I guess? Since we're running.
Well, I didn't think it wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
But if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. C's get degrees, but it just
too real, bro.
it was okay. Like I didn't really kind of like how it screwed with the kind of the lore or whatever it's called.
It changes continuity a lot.
But it's an okay ending, I guess.
It's not great.
I know,
it's not horrible.
Yeah. I know some of my friends would probably disagree with me. I know one of them was pretty. I don't want to say devastated.
It's not horrible. It's a good, solid, okay.
Yeah, it's by no means like a bad movie. It's just not the greatest Star Wars movie.
Even then, it's an okay movie. It has its problems. Like it has some really bad problems. But it's nothing you can't overlook, which is really the best you can ask for most sci-fi movies is, can you overlook it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I think we discussed about maybe we were gonna do a Mandalorian, but
yeah.
I think we decided no go on that for today.
Okay.
I think we did. Unless you want to talk about the Mandalorian, we're at about 30 minutes now, so you want to do a no-go on the Mandalorian? Then we can
Yeah, we'd probably do a no-go on the Mandalorian.
No-go. So
we'll probably do it some other time.
Yeah. So tune back next time within 2-ish, a week or two probably.
Yeah.
And when we'll talk about the Mandalorian, what we thought about that. Give us some time to think about it.
And we're definitely not a Star Wars channel with. I know you may think that with all the Star Wars videos.
We're not a Star Wars channel.
Yeah, we're not a Star Wars channel.
I think we have some games we recently played, which
I
think we're gonna talk about, which I think it happens to be some Star Wars games, but
yes. Yeah.
We'll eventually get into non-Star Wars content.
Yeah.
It's just been like the most recent things that we've been like thinking about, especially with the Mandalorian and Episode 9 coming out. We wanted to talk about that. Yep. Well, thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
And hope you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good luck with you guys.